I've been really talking about how do I help people to dehypnotize. Because we are hypnotized right now. So if you really understand the word from that perspective, look at it. If this world now want to work on what's most important for us now. Okay, let's say it's water. Let's say it's medicine for AIDS. You tell me anything. Don't you think we have capability to solve it within days? We have. But we don't. Because we are in a hypnosis. I think it's a society. So for that we need to because the interesting thing about hypnosis, everybody has a meaning what it is. We heard, so many a time, first time when I did in IIT Delhi, a bunch of students who were sitting in the front row will not look up to me. So I said, why are you sitting like this? That we heard that if you look into the eyes of the hypnotist, I'm going to get hypnotized, so I'm not going to do that. I said, no, it's not going to happen. Sometimes people say, man, are you going to do something right now? So we all have. But at the end of the day, what it says is that you're conscious. The way we are operating at this stage, most of the time is based on the typical patterns from the past. And as a tool, and you don't have to be eyes closed, you don't have to go into a sleep. So tool, what it does is, it just bypasses the critical factor. So sometimes I call somebody in the stage and say that, okay, you don't know your name now. And they don't actually. Because I bypass the critical factor. This is called childlike innocence. They have no clue about their name at that point of time. It's possible. And it's possible because your brain is capable of doing that. So we won't have time from a definition perspective, but what I can tell is it's not what we thought it is. Because the movies and the literature has really painted. The first time I got a book on hypnosis told me to make these concentric circles on the wall and keep looking at it without closing my eyes. I did that for a year. And the same book said that to have advanced power, you have to go up to the terrace now and start watching the early morning sun without closing the eyes. I didn't do the second part because I had the power already by the time, which was -2 on my eyes. So I said, I'm not going to do that anymore. So all kind of stuff, it's there. So I'm not going. That. Just coming back to putting this together, then I'll hand over. Most organizations, how many of you are working with organization which has a purpose statement or a vision statement? How many of you remember that? Okay, can you tell me quickly?
There is a bit of electrical contracting, and vision what we focus is to enlighten the lives of people by transmit the electricity more efficiently, more reliably, and more sustainably.
Okay, so we did a quick study about all the vision statement in the world, and I could actually categorize them into 3 ways. On the top is what I call really purposeful, is like a Walt Disney to make people happy, or Nat Geo to celebrate what is right with the world. So at a higher level, there's a higher purpose. Around 30% of the organizations have articulated that. In the middle level, we found they've articulated something, said to be the most respectful brand, to be the most admired brand. And the bottom level I found they've articulated to be a global player operating in 16 countries with a turnover of. So if you look at these 3 layers, at the bottom it's about me making more money, and it's an ambition than vision. At the middle, almost similar to Maslow's hierarchy, it's about associate status. I want to be more admired. I want to be more known. At the top, it's about what am I here to give back.